This lecture will be over your assignment number 9. It'll be two-part video. It covers topic 6.3 and 6.4. We're going to talk about multiplying and dividing polynomials. Remember, when you multiply terms together, that you're adding your exponents. So we learned that in our previous lecture video. So what we're going to be doing is taking this term and distributing using the distributive property to multiply each term by the 3x squared. So I like to use little arrows. So we're multiplying the numbers in front, 3 times 5, those are called coefficients. And for x, you're adding 2 plus 3. I'm going to write that here just for my notes purposes to remind you that you're adding exponents when you multiply these terms together. 3 times negative or a negative 1 would just simply be a negative 3, and for x you're taking 2 plus 2. 3 times a negative 4 is a negative 12, and for x you're taking 2 plus that understood 1 on that x. And 3 times 2 is a positive 6, and we just had x squared. There's not another x term to add exponents. So cleaning that up, we have 15x to the 5th minus 3x to the 4th, negative 12x to the 3rd, plus 6x squared. And that is as simplified as that can get. There's not like terms. So what we've done is just distributed that 3x squared to remove the parentheses. So we're going to do another one. So we're taking negative 6 times, there's not a number in front of x squared, so it's like saying times an understood 1. So it's just negative 6, right? Negative 6 times 1 would just be negative 6. So for x, we are taking 2 plus 2, since those are both x's, but for y, I'm not adding anything to its exponent. And then I'm taking negative 6 times a negative 2. So remember, you're picking up those signs. So that's actually a positive 12. So for x, you're taking 2 plus an understood 1. And for y, we have an understood 1 plus another understood 1. Excuse me. And negative 6 times 7 is a negative 42. And then our exponents, we're taking 2 plus an understood 1. And for y, and understood 1 plus 2. So we have negative 6x to the 4th and a y right beside there, plus 12x to the 3rd, y squared, minus 42x to the 3rd, y to the 3rd. And we would just leave our answer just like that. We've distributed, meaning we multiplied the coefficients, and for the exponent part, we learned in our previous lesson that you would add exponents. Turning the page, we're going to go over FOIL now. So FOIL is basically what you just did. You're going to be distributing your terms. But we call it FOIL because in math, there's always inverse operations. Later in this unit, we'll be learning how to factor. So we're going to be going backwards where FOIL is important to kind of understand. And so maybe in the past you were taught, what we're going to need to do is distribute the 2x to this parentheses over here. And sometimes when you're first learning it, teachers will tell you to write 2x and to expand it to say 3x plus 5, because you will be distributing it to that parentheses. And then we're going to take that negative 1 and also distribute it to that same parentheses. So you could still do it that way. We're going to talk about FOIL, where we're not pulling it apart quite like that. We're taking first times first, the two terms that are in the first part of each parentheses. So that would be 2 times 3 is 6. And remember, you're adding exponents, so 1 plus 1 is 2. So that would be the F for FOIL. And then we're simply just distributing it to the outside term. So really these are called the outer terms because they're on the outside of both parentheses. So that would be the O part. So 2x times 5 is a positive 10x. So we've distributed that 2x to the parentheses. If you would have expanded it like this, it is the same thing. Now we're going to go to our inner part, Basically, we're distributing that -1. Since it's a negative, I'm really emphasizing that. If it's a negative in front of it, you need to take the negative with it in your distributing step. So -1 times 3 is a -3x. And again, those are called inner terms because they're on the inside of the parentheses. The last terms, meaning the last terms in both parentheses, is the L part. So -1 times 5 is a -5. So we have like terms that could be combined right here. I have 6x squared plus 10 minus 3 is 7x minus 5. So again, it's you're simply just distributing. It's just important to kind of understand FOIL because in math, there's always inverse operations. So later in this unit, you're going to learn how to take this back into that. So it's good to kind of understand FOIL. Okay, so let's do it again. First times first, x times 4x squared would be, x times 4x is a 4x squared because you're just taking 1 plus 1 is 2. For the outer terms, x times a -1 would be a -1x. I'm going to go ahead and put the 1 in front of it because I know I'm going to be combining like terms, and so I can see that 1. We have a negative in front of that 3. Again, I'm circling it so that you know and remember to take the negative with it. So for my inner terms, -3 times 4x is a -12x. And my last terms, -3 times a -1 is a +3. So when you're FOILing, I didn't say it here, but almost always, every now and then you won't, but pretty much in this, especially in this assignment, you're going to have middle term that can be combined, your outer and inner, to create a middle term. So 4x squared can't combine with anything because it's an x squared. That first term should always be squared because you take an x times an x term. Okay, so -1 and -12 is a -13x. And I say always, of course, there's always exceptions to the rules in math. I mean, I'm sure you've picked up on that, but for the most part, if you have binomials that look like what's happening, it's going to look like this in the end. You're going to have an x squared term, you're going to have a middle term with x, and you're going to have a constant for the most part. Let's look here at 23. So 3x times 3x is a 9x squared. 3x times a -5 is a -15x. So that was our first and our outer. I won't write it anymore, okay? Hopefully by now you're picking up on that. A +5 times a +3x is a +15x. And 5 times a -5 is a -25. So always just be careful with your signs when you're distributing. Sometimes that's where the mistakes are made. Right here in the middle, what you're going to see is that these are a -15x and a +15x, same terms with opposite signs. So that's going to zero out. We're not going to have an x in our answer. We wouldn't put like 0x, okay? That wouldn't be a simple way to write the FOIL of this. So this is the simplest way where we would not write like a 0x. Since that x term zeroed out. So that's all you would do. This is a little bit different than what you learned in the previous lesson. Remember when we raised something to a power, we were like multiplying exponents. And that's true if it were one single term. If it was like 2x squared, one single term, but this is 2x plus 7, so it's a binomial. So we need to write that out. This means that there are 2 binomials in that, okay? So you need to write it out twice. You can't just distribute that 2 to the terms inside because when you FOIL, you end up with a middle term. If you were to just try to square both of those terms, you're not going to see that middle term because you're not seeing that multiplication of the outer and inner terms. So let's go FOIL. 2x times 2x is 4x squared. 2x times 7 is a +14x. So that was my first and outer. 7 times 2x is a +14x. 7 times 7 is a positive 49. So what we have here in the middle, these are same signs. They don't cancel out like this one. This one was opposite signs. That's why negative 15 plus 15 is 0. But 14 plus 14 is 28. So we have 4x squared. Combining this, we have a positive 28x plus 49. So that's when you take a binomial times a binomial. You can apply what's called the FOIL method. If you move, or when we move on to maybe an example that has a binomial times a trinomial, or maybe something with 4 terms, what you need to do is distribute it really in the same way. It's just that we can't call each thing first, outer, inner, last, because there's more happening than just 2 terms over here. So we're literally just distributing this 2x to each term in the right, in the polynomial on the right hand side. So 2x times x squared would make a 2x cubed. Remember, you're adding exponents, 1 and 2 make 3. 2x times 3x. So 2 times 3 is a positive 6, and adding x's 1 and 1 make 2. And 2x times a negative 5 is a negative 10x. So we've distributed that 2x to all 3 of those terms. We're going to need to then distribute the negative 3 to the 3 terms to the right as well. I like to do my little arrows underneath. So negative 3 times x squared is a negative 3x squared. Notice that I lined it up with the other x squared term. When you do that, it helps you with your simplifying so that you've already put your like terms near each other. So it makes it easier to see what you're combining. Negative 3 times 3x is a negative 9x. Again, that's under the other x term. And negative 3 times a negative 5 is a positive 15. Okay, so now after you've distributed, you need to look and see if you have like terms, which we've already lined it up so we can see very quickly. Yeah, we have like terms that can be combined. There wasn't a like term with the x cubed term, so we just bring it down. 6 minus 3 is a positive 3x squared. Negative 10 and negative 9 make a negative 19x, and bring down that 15 because there wasn't another constant to combine that with. Looking at the next example, same thing. The only difference is that we have 4 terms over here rather than just 3. So we have a little extra to distribute to. So we're just saying 3x times 3x cubed is a 9x to the 4th. 1 plus 3 was 4. 3x times a negative 2x squared would give us a negative 6. 3 times a negative 2 is negative 6. And for x, 1 plus 2 was 3. 3 times the 5 make a positive 15. The x part, 1 plus 1 is 2. And 3 times a negative 2 is a negative 15. And we have our x. So what I've done so far is just distributed the 3x to this parentheses. Notice there's 4 terms here, so there should be 4 terms here after you distribute. Here I have a 2 times 3x cubed. So 2 times 3 is 6, the positive 6, and it's an x cubed term. So I'm going to underline it or put it under the other x cubed term. 2 times a negative 2 is a negative 4, and I'll have an x squared. So it can go underneath this other x squared. 2 times 5x would be a positive 10x. So that's going to go underneath the other x term. And 2 times negative 2 is a negative 4. So again, after you've distributed both of those terms to the second parentheses, you can combine like terms. I've already lined them up to make it very easy to see what's a like term. There wasn't a like term with the x to the 4th term. Negative 6x cubed plus 6x cubed, that zeroes out. So we're not going to have an x cubed in our answer, just like up here when we had a middle term that zeroed out, we didn't put a 0x. So we're not going to put a 0x to the cubed here. Just going to skip past it now and go here. 15 minus 4 is a positive 11x squared. So you always have to connect it with plus or minus sign. So since it's a positive, you put a plus 11x squared. And a negative 15 plus 10 is a negative 5x. And then we're not combining anything with that constant.